Hello there, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Sandy, and today I am sharing what I am sending my patrons for the month of June. I'll start off, this is the Bluegrass tier, and the main item for this month, the theme was kind of a Mediterranean inspired theme, and so I made these fun flippy floppy folios. And the papers, these are digitals that I created to make the cover, and this is sari silk here, and we have a fun little ruffle, and then this flips out and we have a flip down here with a fun little travel ticket on here, and we have a lemon, and then there's some fun little ephemera pieces in here, some vintage wallpaper and vintage railroad ticket, and then a little image of Venice. And then here we have a flip with a vintage playing card, beach inspired. We have a little lace down here. We have another little image of a beach, and then this flips up. We have a cute little image there, a little label, and then this flips over this way, and we have a tag that I made. I embossed it and then decorated it, used a little bit of sari silk, and this says love life. And then we have another vintage playing card, all very beachy and tropical Mediterranean inspired. We have a map page of Italy and the Mediterranean. This is a picture I took that I turned into a watercolor over on Cinque Terre. And then this flips back down, this flips over. Then we have this flip up here, and we have a little more vintage items in here. And then this flips down. We have a little secret journaling spot here and here. And then we just close it. Oh, and then we have this fun little collage right here. Cute women on the beach. And this is a from a original Italian hotel brochure of these ladies on the beach. Thought it went perfectly with this. And we have some more of the pretty digitals. And then we just tie it back up. And then I've also included some glass beads, and we have a lemon charm, and we have kind of a tile inspired charm there that kind of reminds me of the images, a tile and then a lemon and beads and a jump ring that they can use to make their own little dangle for this. And then each one will get a different vintage postcard, and then here's a little offcut that they can use to make into another tag. Has like a tea-dyed digital on the back, and then each one will get a different little map page that they can use to do some additional decorating, make a tag. We have some marbled paper. They can turn this into an envelope because it's more or less a square. And so you could fold this up and turn it into an envelope or make it into a couple tags. Lots of different options. A napkin with lemons, and they can use that to do some decorating. And then here we have some book page with some Italian as well as some Spanish and some Dutch on there. So they can use that to do collaging and decorating. So the little folio is full of fun vintage ephemera, and then they get all these other little pieces. And this is the Bluegrass tier, plus they get a newsletter from me. Next, I'll share what I'm going to send my goldenrods. My goldenrods is the smallest tier I have that receives some happy mail every month, and it's usually kind of like 5 to 6 items. So here they'll get this tag. So this is similar to what the other tiers got, but it doesn't have the extra bling on there. I did add some sari silk, and it's in this envelope here. And then they'll also get a vintage wallpaper tag, a vintage postcard, and then a little note from me. And then I made this little marbled paper envelope, and then I've chucked it full with the sari silk and some vintage playing cards and some other fun little digitals that I printed out that they can decorate and play around with. And then the Lily tier is my single signature journal tier. And so they'll each get a journal. The cover may be a little bit different, but the image will be the same. The frame will be different. And then I have these eyelet closures with the sari silk. And then I've chalked the journal full of fun little bits. These are all little vintage ephemera pieces in here. A vintage postcard. Each one will be different. And then the tag at this tier, so it has the little bling on here and the sari silk already attached. We have this fun bling belly band, and then we have a little bit of decorating throughout the journal, but they'll be able to do a lot more decorating in here. Some more little digital printouts here. We got some vintage map page of Europe, and all these are digitals that I made. This one though is from Patty over at Sacred Mementos. I just thought this went perfectly with the theme, and so I wanted to include that. And then here's the kind of the back side of the signature. So you'll see there's lots of lace and trims on here, some more vintage wallpaper, some collage digitals, and then some more fun papers for them to use. And then we have some playing cards and some more marbled paper and vintage wallpaper and book page. So lots of fun items for them to play around with. I am really pleased with how these journals came together, and they just feel really good, And then they'll also get a little package. So they'll get a washi tape that kind of goes with the theme. Each one will be different. They'll get a little bundle of some lace and rickrack and trims, some sari silk, and they can play around with those. Each one will be a little bit different. I also put together, thinking of the Mediterranean, and they make glass beads. So I thought it would be fun to make them a little bottle full of beads, and the colors are kind of inspired by the journal. And so they can do what they want with that. One idea is to get this back in here. I just put a little bit of bubble wrap around it just to kind of keep it extra safe. But the one thing they can do is they can tie it onto their spine dangle if they want to. So I made this fun beaded spine dangle. Each one's a little bit different. Each one will have a lemon charm and then this pretty little tile charm, and it just looks so pretty on the journal. Let me show you here. We paper clip it on. Flip my lemon around there, and I just love how that looks. And that's so cute. And if they want to add the bottle, they can add the bottle on there too, or they can use that for something else. And then they'll also get a newsletter from me. So the digitals that I used for this month are digitals. The majority of them are ones that I created, and I really hope that my patrons like them. All right, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. A big shout out to my patrons. I really appreciate all your all's support on my creative journey. Thank you. Bye.